Okay, so we're going to be using sigma notation. So sigma has this symbol, and there is the value n, which is the last value in our sequence, and k, so this is the k value, this is the bottom number, and the formula for k, so this is the formula in terms, so for the terms in the series. So let's have a look at an example. So we'd have, say for example 12, and k is 1. So this is 4 times k plus 2. And this would mean, we'd have 4, so the first term would be 4 times 1 plus 2. And we need to add the second term, which is 4 times 2 plus 2. And the third term would be 4 times 3 plus 2. And this would continue to the last term, which we're told that the last term is 12, so this would be 4 multiplied by 12 plus 2. And the values would be 4 times 1 plus 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10, 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14, plus the middle terms, plus 50. So an example, this is an example question. You may be asked to find, so you'll be given 18, k is 4, and a formula to use. So this means that we're going to be looking to add, so the first term is 4, so it would be 6 plus 4, and it's minus 1. And the second term would be 6 times 5 minus 1. And this would continue to the last term, which would be 6 times 18 minus 1. So this is the first term, 6 times 4, 24 minus 1 is 23. Second term, 6 times 5 is 30, minus 1 is 29. And this would continue, plus the missing terms, to the last term, which would be 107. So the first thing we need to do, we need to find, so we're going to find the sum of the series. So step 1, so we need to find the sum of the series. So find the sum of the series. So to do that, we need to know a few values. So we A1, we know the first number in our sequence. So this is A1 will be 6 multiplied by 4 minus 1, which is 23. And we know the last term AN is 6 multiplied by 18 minus 1, which is 107. So we're going to use this information to find the sum. So we're going to put this information into the formula of S equals S1, first plus the last term divided by 2. So we know the number of terms in our sequence. So we've got 15, because k is, So k is 4, and to work out the number of terms, so the number of terms is the difference. So we've got 18, so let's just write this for here first. So number of terms. So to work out this is n, we have 18 minus 4, because k is 4, and then we need to add 1. So this is going to give us 15. So the number of terms in our sequence is 15. So the sum we can put in here is 15. A1 is 23. AN is 107, and that's divided by 2. So the sum of our values, so this is sum of 15 values, is going to be 15 multiplied by 65. So the sum of the 15 values is 975. So guided practice says find when we have 21. This time we're using m instead of k, and the formula is 5m plus 6. Let's pause and have a go, and when you're ready press play. Okay, so to solve this problem, the first thing we need to do is find the number of terms. So to find n, we have 21, which is the value, minus 9, and then we need to add 1. So this is going to be 13. So our number of terms is 13. The first value, so we need to find A1 and A2. So the first value in our sequence, so we use the, let's write A1 and AN. So to find the first value, we're 5 multiplied, and m is 9, and this is plus 6. And to find the last value, it'd be 5 times 21 plus 6. So 5 times 9, 45 plus 6, so that this value would be 51. And 5 times 21, this would be 111. So we can put this into the formula to find the sum of the numbers. So this will be A1 plus AN divided by 2. So Sn, we just said n is 13. And the first number in our term is 51, and the second the last number or value would be 111, and we're going to divide by 2. So just to calculate this, 51 plus 111 divided by 2 is 81. So the sum of the numbers 13 times 81 is 1012.